My mother was the person that preached to me and almost harassed me every day and open your eyes.
JayZ has always denied the allegations that he has an illegitimate son. But is that by choice, or is it Beyonce who doesn't want anything to ruin their picture-perfect family? She is a very private person, and there've been several scandals surrounding her and her relatives that she's never even talked about in public. It'll shock you just how far she's willing to go to protect her family's reputation. The rumors that JayZ has an illegitimate child have been around since 2010. He has always said that they aren't true though. It's not like he's the first celebrity who's had someone claim that they are their child. LL Cool J and Justin Timberlake have both recently experienced something similar, but the 31-year-old man claiming to be JayZ's son is persistent. Rymir Satterwhite appears to be doing everything he can to get JayZ to admit that he is his father, but after all those years of him trying, JayZ still has not taken a paternity test to prove that he isn't Rymir's dad. I mean, you would think that by now he would do the DNA test just to get this guy off his back and prove once and for all that he is not his father. So why doesn't he just do that so that it can be over and done with? If he's not the father, why does he have to lose? Shouldn't he want to know if he has another child in the world? Or maybe there's a small chance that he actually believes Rymir's mother's story about how she was once intimate with JayZ before he became famous. Another theory is that it's actually Beyonce who doesn't want her husband to take the paternity test for fear of risking yet another scandal related to her family. We all know that Beyonce is an incredibly private person. Unless it's something she's approved of first, she doesn't like people to know about anything that's going on in her personal life, especially if there's a chance that it could make either her or her family look bad. I mean, what would she even do if JayZ took the test and found out that Rymir was his? I don't know if she'd welcome him into the family with open arms, and how it would affect her relationship with her husband. There's a chance that it could ruin their marriage, or at least that's what Celeb Dirty Laundry reported. They predicted that the couple would head for divorce thanks to the drama going on with JayZ's alleged love child. They also claimed that even though it was obvious that he couldn't have cheated on Beyonce with Rymir's mom, she still hated the idea that her kids could have an illegitimate brother who was a reminder of JayZ's shady past and who wouldn't fit in well with the wholesome family look of the Carter family. According to the article, the idea that she wasn't the only person that JayZ had a child with was too much for her to bear. It allegedly made her paranoid of his fidelity too. So if any of that speculation is true, then you can understand why she'd be eager to make this story just go away. Beyonce had already been through a difficult enough time with JayZ's supposed affair, but I guess she's selective about which scandals in her life she is willing to address. In the case of his cheating, she referenced it often on her Lemonade album. JayZ confessed it to in his music and in the press. In a very honest interview with David Letterman, JayZ admitted that he did something that he had no business doing and that he regretted it. Beyonce has also made references to her dad being unfaithful to her mom, but at the same time, she's never publicly talked about how her dad had not one but two highly publicized extramarital affairs. And more shockingly, she's never discussed how he allegedly fathered a child from each of those relationships. The Daily Mail and a number of other news outlets have covered how Matthew Knowles was ordered to take paternity tests, which reportedly both proved the children were his. Judges even requested that he pay child support for the two children, a boy named Nixon and a girl named Coy. Like I said, Beyonce has never said a word about any of this though, so chances are that she just liked to pretend that none of it happened. After all, it would mean that her children have an uncle and an aunt who are only a few years older than them. Nixon was born in 2010 and Coy just a year later. Beyonce gave birth to her first child, Blue Ivy, in 2012. In a heartbreaking expose by The Sun, Nixon's mother revealed that her son would ask why he wasn't loved by the members of the Carter Knowles family, and she shared that they lived just 10 miles from from Beyonce and JayZ's enormous LA property, but had never been invited over as they had no communication with them. Although Beyonce has never addressed the allegations that her husband has an illegitimate son, JayZ has denied it both in the media and in his music. Genius reported that he once again tried to shut down the rumor by referencing it in his 2018 song Heard About Us. JayZ used Michael Jackson's iconic song about paternity denial. The lyrics on the song are Billie Jean in his prime, for the thousandth time, the kid ain't mine. But it seems that no matter how hard he tries to deny that Ramirez is not his son, or how many times the allegations have been refuted by the courts, Ramirez isn't planning on giving up. In 2023, he told the Daily Mail that he won't stop fighting for it until he wins. He said that he would win because the law was on his side. He went on to say that it was not going to be over until justice was served, that he just wanted to live his life, and that when it was all said and done, he hoped that JayZ would want to be a part of his life, and that was God's will. According to the Daily Mail, this all began when Ramirez's mother Wanda began suffering from a heart condition. She revealed that it was then that she wanted her son to know the truth about his father. She claimed that there were only two men that could be Ramirez's biological father, her partner at the time, Robert Graves, or JayZ. So she filed paperwork with the court in Pennsylvania to request that both of them take a DNA test. Robert agreed, and it was proven that he was not Ramirez's dad. In 2015, Wanda gave the Daily Mail a signed affidavit where she wrote in detail about her alleged relationship with JayZ. She tragically passed away from her heart condition in 2016. Just before her passing, she shared a video to Rainer online. She wanted the world to know that she supported her son in his paternity suit with Sean Corey Carter, and that she stood by her allegations regarding him. Ramirez and his godmother have continued to pursue legal action in their attempts to get JayZ to take a paternity test. In 2022, he released a video on his YouTube channel with his thoughts on how unjust the judicial system was.
That we just was, not taken serious.
The amount of money Ramirez has already spent in legal fees is crazy. He admitted to the Daily Mail that he'd spent well over $20,000 on lawyers and other things that related to the case, but that's just chump change for the billionaires that he is going up against. The Carters must have some of the best lawyers in the country, so I guess they'll probably continue to do whatever they can to avoid JayZ doing a DNA test. It seems like Beyonce will do whatever she can to protect the image of her picture-perfect family, so who knows if Ramirez will ever get his wish by truly knowing if JayZ is his dad or not. But what do you guys think? Is Beyonce the real reason behind why JayZ still hasn't taken a paternity test? And do you think she will ever admit that she supposedly has to have siblings? Let me know in the comments below.